Hello and welcome to Sigma Theory. This is a spy and strategy game. Kind of difficult to explain, to be honest. It's probably easier just to show you. But before I do that, I have to mention this is a sponsored video by the developers of Sigma Theory. I played a little bit of the game. It's relatively in-depth, I'd say. And there's quite a lot to it, so I'm not going to be I'm not going to play this perfectly because there's a lot to learn about it, but the best way to do that is by just playing the game. So let's make a new account, essentially just a new game. I'm going to erase my current save. Get the frick out of here. Right, so first we got to make our character. We're going to be my first name and my not surname. And we have to choose an allegiance. So we can see each allegiance has a different kind of bonus. For example, the United States will find it easier to persuade scientists to work for them. Russia has the first Russian scientist performs particularly well. China, the first agent recruited by China, is a master of martial arts. Diplomatic relations with other countries are moving to a higher level. France, the first agent recruited, should be an expert in seduction. United Kingdom, that makes sense for the French, doesn't it? United Kingdom, the first agent recruited will always be loyal to their country. Germany, the first German scientist can work in any speciality. Turkey, the first agent recruited will become an expert in firearms. Korea, the first agent recruited will become a master of disguise. And Japan, the first Japanese scientist cannot be seduced or turned to work for an external power. Now, this currently doesn't really tell you much at all, but after you've played the game for about half an hour or so, you'll know what these things mean. Basically, there is this thing called the Sigma Theory, named after the game, obviously. Or the game named after it, if you will. And basically, we, as a country, as our allegiance, we need to be the first person to research enough to basically, I don't know, get ultimate Sigma Theory power, essentially. So it's kind of a race, it's an arms race, but more of a science race, if you will. So scientists are super important, because the more scientists you have, the faster you will go up in the different technologies that you research, essentially. But you also need agents. You need agents to seduce other allegiances, scientists. You need your agents to get information on different people, on the scientists, on diplomats, etc. Because you need to talk to diplomats and you need to have trade deals and things like that. There's a lot of stuff to it. Anyway, so for our campaign, I like having a particularly well or good scientist. When I played my practice game, I played as United Kingdom, having a loyal first agent, which is pretty solid. An expert in seduction is quite useful. Working in any speciality, I don't think that's as useful. Expert in firearms, master of disguise, cannot be seduced, which is kind of similar to loyal, I suppose. Diplomatic relations with other countries are moving to a higher level. That's actually quite good. You know what? Let's go to India. I'm an Indian man, apparently. Our spouse is a woman. Last time I went for this lady, because she's kind of pretty. That's mainly the reason I went for it. So you know what, I'm going to do that again. Kim Yo-sun is our spouse, and she is from Korea. So these are our personal details. We don't get an icon ourselves, probably because we are the leader. We're supposed to be quite, because this is a spy operation, if you will. So we need to be very discreet about all this. Right. Colonel Donkey. I am Karan Faror, and I ordered your recruitment. I'll be your superior for the next few months. You'll be directly accountable to me. I could do a very bad Indian accent, but I probably, that wouldn't go over well. Mark is a specialist in both field operations and delicate diplomatic negotiations. Your place is at the head of counter-espionage, but the Indian government has an even more important mission for you. Several days ago, the scientific community developed the Sigma Theory, a scientific method capable of producing rapid advances with the potential to throw the world into chaos. Within weeks, we'll see the emergence of new weapons with unimaginable destructive power, as well as tools that can influence the economy, society, energy, transport, and even the human mind. Our civilization will change beyond recognition. Indian leaders want to monopolize Sigma technologies. The country that controls Sigma will control the world. Your mission: discover these Sigma technologies with the best scientists at your side. Do what you must to gather a team of agents and use persuasion, diplomacy, and force to acquire the few scattered scientists able to work on these technologies. We currently have 2 in our own labs. You've given you a surveillance drone and a combat drone to assist you in your field missions. You also have access to diplomatic support to conduct negotiations with the leaders of rival nations. I'm transferring you to our tactical operations so you can proceed with recruiting your team. Right, so this is where shit gets a little more interesting. So basically, here is a list of what I've currently got unlocked. You basically, when you start the game the first time around, you get 9 scientists. Not these ones, but 9. And then as you play the game, you unlock more scientists. You can see there's quite a few of them to unlock overall. Currently, I've unlocked 8 more other than the 9 that I initially started with. So what's interesting here is that each agent obviously has a different kind of statistic. You've got 2 different stats here, which is intelligence and strength, and this means that they are good. You need strength for certain operations. You need intelligence for other operations. For example, hacking. Gamera is quite good at intelligence. Hacking requires intelligence, but doing things like extracting agents and stuff like that, you need strength. Or like gathering a weapon or something to be more successful when you want to extract a scientist from another country, stuff like that. So you want to have a kind of a balance going on. Now each character, each agent also has traits like seducer, loyal, stubborn. In the case of Dot, you have recon. It's basically where they're based, I believe, initially from. They have recon in that country already. You can also get more recon by obviously, doing reconnaissance as one of your objectives. And then you've got arrest warrants. Some characters have arrest warrants already out on them, which means that if they're in that country where they have an arrest warrant, they could run into trouble quite easily. So, anyway, different agents, different traits, different recon and arrest warrants. You want to have a nice balance of all the things, essentially. Now, I'm not going to make you guys sit here while I read every single one of these, which is important to do, because once you select someone and recruit them, they will ask you essentially, why should I join you? And if you give some random answer, they're going to be like, yeah, I'm not going to join you. And they will legitimately just say no. You need to read their description and then kind of go off of that when you have to answer their question. You can kind of see what might work for them and what wouldn't, because they have essentially a personality, if you will. This is again what I meant with it goes quite deep. So anyway, I'm going to read all the new ones that I've unlocked, of which there are, like I said, 6, I believe, because you start with 9 and I have 15 right now. So I'm going to read all of them and have a look at whom I want to recruit. Alright, I've decided whom I want in my espionage party here. We can recruit 4 people total. I've settled on who I want anyway. It's Maestro, Scar, Noble, and Magician. Now, obviously, I'm not guaranteed to get these. I need to actually go through their profile first and read it up, which I will do on camera because I want you guys to see kind of how this process works. You can also see this guy's got this little icon, which means he's an elite. There's a couple of these around. Obviously, there's other ones that you unlock as well later on. Elite basically means you can only have one of these, so I can't recruit Magician and Shiva and Capi Blanc and Espoir, for example. So anyway, let's start with Magician. So he is an expert at sleight of hand. He was feted as the best magician in Asia at the age of 16 and best in the world at the age of 19. After initially specializing in manipulation and close-up magic, he went on to focus on mentalism, hypnosis, and illusion. Handsome, intelligent, and subtle, he has the makings of the perfect agent. Chu has, however, failed to hide his greatest secret from our intelligence services. He is a refugee from North Korea, and he bears a fierce hatred of its regime. He is waiting for just the right moment to perform a very special trick on a certain dictator. Alright. Also, his traits and stuff, haven't really gone over that yet. So he's an elite, as I said. So expensive to hire that your superiors will only approve having one on your team. He's a seducer, which means he's very good at seducing other scientists. Master of disguise, he can travel freely, even in countries where his agent is wanted. If he is captured, he can possibly escape on his own. He's an exfiltration expert, so he's very good at getting scientists exfiltrated out of a country, which is very useful. All these things work really well together. And Omerta, or Omerta, this agent is completely unbreakable, will never reveal compromising information, even under torture. So even if he gets captured, he's not going to give anything away. He can escape on his own. He can travel freely, even if he has an arrest warrant out, and he was very good at seducing someone and then taking him away. So he's a solid guy. Anyway. Give me one good reason why I should work with you. The secrets of Sigma could allow you to conquer this country. I suggest meting out justice on a global scale rather than just in your campaign. I can organize an event that will help you reconcile with your past. Okay, so he wants to do something. He wants to perform a very special trick on a certain dictator. So he wants to, kill the dictator of North Korea. Would that be organizing an event to help him reconcile with his past, or meting out justice on a global scale rather than just in your own campaign? I feel like that makes sense, right? Let's try. Tell your superiors that I won't be joining you. Alright, well I fucked that up apparently. Okay, so he's not joining us, so we gotta choose someone else, which would probably be a different elite. But before we do that, let's just try out Scar, because Scar is another one that I really want. Born to Kurdish parents, Kamiran is a Turkish nationalist who, for ideological reasons, quickly became involved with the police. He was so reliable that he was assigned to the most delicate undercover operations. Criminal gangs for the police, tribal clans for the government, Daesh for NATO. His last mission was a failure. He used his own ingenuity to escape after being imprisoned and tortured by the PKK, but he will never be the same again. Things will never be the same again. Alright. An organized event that reconcile your past. Time to forget the past and make yourself anew. I'll deal with your arrest warrant. Okay, he doesn't have one, so that's definitely wrong. Time to forget the past and make yourself anew. I think that would make sense since, you know, he wants to impress. You've got yourself another field agent. There we go. Alright, so we got him. Then I wanted Noble. Ruhi is the only daughter of a Kashmir Raja. Despite her refined social skills, her status as an Indian woman has defined her fate. In spite of her constant battle for feminism, she has been refused everything. The Doon School standing for the Lok Sabha. She thus chose a career in diplomacy in London under close watch of her parents. In 2 months, she will be forced to marry the Raja of a neighboring state. We know that she plans to flee. Okay. Why would I work for you? Suggest meeting at Justice? Nope. I want to take over the world and I need someone at the helm. Me, you'll be able to escape your destiny. Yep, that sounds good. Alright, so we got her as well. Now I want to... Did I say Maestro? So, hold on. Master. So he's a Master of Disguise. He's a survivor. Toughened by previous training or previous traumas, his agent is very difficult to break under interrogation. Omerta's even better. Same thing, but better, basically. Puppet Master, more effective at convincing foreign scientists to defect to your country. And he's a smuggler, so he can get weapons pretty easily, which is nice. So yeah, he's pretty solid. And then we got Noble, who's a puppet master as well. Methodical, so she's slower but more efficient. She's anonymous, so she's good at hacking. She is also high profile, so needs to be especially careful moving between countries. So I think I wanted her because she could be a good hacker, because she's anonymous. So we got her, and I think I wanted to get Maestro, didn't I? I used Tiger last time, who seemed quite useful, but not like insanely good. I used him as well, but I'm not sure. Let's go for Maestro. He's a seducer, wheelman, intricate web weaver. Handling double agents is the operative specialty. The recruited agents require fewer visits to supervise. He's bad at bribery, though. He's particularly deadly in armed confrontations, and he's good behind the wheel. Okay, so he's got to go. Right. Born to a family of the lesser English nobility, Thomas followed a career path of the ideal British spy, a top student at Eton then Oxford, politics and poetry. After accepting an officer's commission, he passed the UK Special Forces selection easily. Experienced in the Afghan and Iraqi theatres, but it is in the corridors of the embassies that he excels, a talent that the MI6 has yet to discover. Alright, I think it's this one. For you to spend the rest of your life on the front lines waiting to get shot would be a profound waste of talent. Yeah, that one makes sense. Gonna make a great team, you and I. Alright, so I just need one more person. And since I didn't get an elite yet, I wouldn't mind an elite. So we got the choice between Espoir, Capi Blanc, and Shiva. Since we messed up Magician, who was definitely the best one out of those ones, as far as I can tell. She's got a lot of intelligence, so she's elite. Pacifist, may refuse to carry out orders that seem deemed too brutal. Okay, black belt, highly effective in unarmed combat, so that kind of counteracts that, so that's okay. Honest, so she's bad at bribing, she's good at exfiltrating, and she's an eel. If an extraction operation needs to be aborted, this agent's 6th sense for pursuits makes them especially elusive. Which is pretty useful. I think we're going to go for her. I found that intelligence is better than strength, but she's got both. Shiva I used last time, didn't really work out that well. Well-read and athletic, British in origin, Cassandra is a brilliantly practical philosopher who believes in goodness. Actually, we do have a lot of English guys. We've got her, if we're going to get her. He's English, and she's Indian and English, so we have a lot of recall in England already. Believes in goodness. With this mindset, she specializes as an international lawyer in the most hopeless cases, successfully acquitting the bloodiest dictators and the most violent warmongers. Bizarrely, it was also she who submitted the evidence to charge him in the first place. In her worldview, it is the forgiveness of society that mends the harm caused. In her tireless pursuit of punishment and forgiveness for human evil, she has surveyed many a dangerous terrain and developed unique coping skills. She would be a perfect agent if it weren't for her philosophical doctrine. Alright, what do we got here? Time to forget the past and make yourself anew. I suggest meeting out justice on a global scale during just in your campaign. Ooh, it's between these two, isn't it? Okay, because she acquitted dictators and the most violent warmongers. But she also submitted a charge in the first place. Forgiveness of society that mends the harm caused. Pursuit of punishment and forgiveness for human evil. Yeah, better world, right? There we go. Alright, sweet. So there's our team. Sounds good. So we got one guy who's good in strength, and the rest is mostly good in intelligence, or, yeah. But still decent strength between those two as well. We got her to hack from home, basically. Hacking, I'll explain that in a minute as well. But yeah, let's confirm that. So here's the map. This is where we'll be playing 99% of the game from. So the way hacking works, let's just start with that, I guess, since I started talking about it. You can do hacking from 3 different countries, basically. Your own home country. If you do that, you have a higher chance of success, but if you do fail, then the person or the country that you're trying to hack will know that which country it came from. They'll immediately basically be pissed off at you. If you do it from the country itself, where you, like, say I go to Turkey and then I try and hack into Turkey, I have a higher chance of success again because I'm close by, but if I fail, then basically the authorities will be aware that I'm close by and they might be able to capture me. And I can do it from a third country, an unrelated country essentially, which has a lower chance of success, but if I fail, there's no real downsides essentially. What I found so far is that hacking from home seems to be pretty successful, so I'm probably going to keep doing that. Now we need to do actions with our agents. We need to send our agents out to locations and start basically working on science. So starting or looking at science, we've currently got a couple scientists. We have one in neurosciences and in health. And as you'll see, you unlock stuff over time. This is, as far as I can tell, not particularly relevant right now. Obviously, a game lasts a fair amount of time. There's a lot of things to talk about, and some things I don't even really know yet. So this is your relations with your superiors. Basically, this you need to keep it below 0. And the higher you keep it, the more special rewards you get, like replacing your agents. For example, if an agent dies and you're at, like, I don't know, 75%, they'll like, okay, we can replace an agent. But if it's lower, then they might be like, okay, well, you need to up your game before we're going to replace it. This is the doomsday clock. Basically, we don't want the red to be full, because then the game ends. And this is the science or sigma theory counter, essentially. So we got to get this out of 15 out of 15, and once we do, we essentially win the race, or someone else will do so. Currently we're number 1, but this is irrelevant because everyone's number 1. That's all that. Over here we've got all of the people that we know. Here's our spouse, all of our agents, the scientists that we currently know of, which are the ones in our work or in our place. These are all the diplomats of all the different countries. We can get contact with these. We can talk to them essentially and get deals with them, things like that. There's private groups, influential groups, and armed groups that we don't currently know yet. So first of all, scientists. Let's have a quick look at these guys. So we got this lady in health here. She is wary of women, drops the guard of an attractive person, and they're incorruptible. So, no, or money doesn't, bribing doesn't work against her essentially. This guy has no ties holding him down. That's no good. Chaste, cares more for their work than people. That's probably good. And chauvinistic, the scientist enjoys discussing their home country. Okay, so basically these kind of things is what we need to find out about other scientists from other countries, because when we do, we can then use that against them. And for example, this one is not motivated by money. So if she was in a different country and I got information about her and I knew that she's incorruptible, there's no point trying to bribe her because she'll say no anyway. And then this is notifications, which happens after every day essentially. Every day is a turn. And when we end our turn, things happen, our science goes up, and our agents will complete tasks, they'll fly to certain places, etc. So currently we don't really have anything particularly interesting to... Well, we do have stuff to do, but we don't have any country that we want to go after. Normally, for example, it'd be a good idea to go after the country that's in number 1, but since everyone's currently the same, it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to... so she's going to be hacking a lot, so we're going to use her immediately to hack a country. And I guess there's different levels of security, but right now I think everyone's basically level 2. There's statistics here as well. So the red 50% you can see is the alarm or like alert level in that country. So if that gets to 100%, it's bad news. 59% is the diplomatic relations between me and their leader, essentially, or their country as a whole. So we want to, I don't know, let's just stay close to home, I guess, and let's start with China. Let's go over to China and hack. We don't have any arrest warrants anywhere, so we don't have to delete any. I think we're going to start by locating the scientist there. And then we're going to send someone to go... Let's see who we have really available for this job. Because we want to send someone to India and start extracting agents, I guess. So why don't we send one of our love makers? So Maestro. Sounds like a good idea. We'll send Maestro that way. So he can go to China. And we're going to fast travel. We don't have a gun right now, so we're going to abandon our gun so we can get there in a single turn, essentially. I'm going to send a surveillance drone there as well to help out with that. Combat drone is not going to do anything for now. And then this guy, why don't we start going to another country, perhaps South Korea or something. So we're going to send you to South Korea, because why not? I'm going to fast travel there too. And then why don't you go to Russia? Alright, and that's essentially all the stuff we can currently do, so we can just go ahead and end our turn. And then you'll see that some things are going to pop up. So, for example, they've all arrived in the countries of their origin, or the countries that I send them to, and we went up 3% on our science as well. Alright, so, in China, we are currently getting information on their scientists. So what I'm going to do with you, Maestro, is I'm going to do some recon, I think. I could also get some research on Xian Zhanmin, who's the diplomat here. So if I get information about him, and then I can, for example, contact, and then we want to do a deal with him, if we have some compromising information on him, we could then use that to our advantage and say, okay, I know this stuff, and I'm going to leak it if you don't give me this and that, essentially. So I don't necessarily want to do that right now. I just want to do some recon, just get some information, just use his strength, which he's got a lot of, so he's going to be done in 3 days. The lower the point, basically, the longer it will take. So this guy's arrived in South Korea. I'm going to do the same with him, get some information. It takes 3 days for him as well. And then she's arrived there, and she's going to do some recon in Russia as well. Basically, recon means that I have a higher chance of success on future things that I want to do. Right, so she's cracked the Chinese security system. We've got all the information available on their scientists, which is very useful. Get all of that. We've got up some science as well. So we're going to have a look at China. Basically, we'll click on him, I guess, and then we can have a look here. So we've got all the information that we need, so we don't have to actually identify them anymore, which is incredibly useful. I wasn't expecting to get all the information there. So he is incorruptible, so he's not motivated by money, and he's wary of men. Okay, so we've got a man there, so that's not great. And then we can abduct, seduce, bribe, and convert. But he's wary of men, so we don't want to use a man there, which is what we have currently. There's, of course, the other one as well. There is PR Tong, Wang Tong. She's heartbroken. Scientist works less effectively after disappointment in their love life. Okay, she's not very good, but that's okay. And she enjoys discussing their home country. Okay. So that we could use to our advantage. We could send him there and do that. The drone is still on its way, so that's fine. Right, you're done with hacking. So we're going to do some more hacking. This time we're going to get some... let's get the information in Russia about all the scientists there. Or at least try to get most of the information that we can. And then we're going to pass it on again to the next turn. So our drone has arrived there now. Nothing else happened, so no one's done anything. My wife, though, my spouse, has heard about you were assigned as head of the Sigma division. Please accept my congratulations. Thank you, Kim. Your love and support get me through my missions. I know you, Kim. Do my best to ensure my mission helps you achieve your professional goals, but I'm going to need your help in return. I know it annoys you, Kim. They entrusted me with this mission and not you. Given your position, you shouldn't really be complaining. Thank you, Kim. It's very kind. I'm touched, Mark. But don't go out of your way. We both know all about the dangerous game of politics. We're going to need to help each other. If I can count on you, you can count on me. We improved our relationship. Great. Alright, well, once again, we haven't really got much else to do. So I'm going to end the turn. And we should, yeah, there you go, finish everything else. Infiltrate the Sigma database, and I've sent you the details of the scientists in Russia. Mission complete, all the reconning is done too. Right, so I'm probably going to try and exfiltrate PR Tong right away. So she is heartbroken and chauvinistic. So I think, because she's heartbroken, I could try and seduce her. I could also try and convert, but she loves talking about her own country, so she probably loves it. So let's go for seduce. I'm going to try and seduce her. We'll take 3 days, apparently. Fair enough. And then you, I got some information. No, was it South Korea I got the information on all the scientists? I thought it was Russia. Yeah, it was Russia. I guess I just don't have enough information. We just know which ones they are now. Okay, so we're going to get some information on this person. We're going to identify them. And then you've done your work here. I believe you are very... Oh, hold on, I can see your profile here. You're very good at finding a gun. Yes, okay, so I'm going to do that. You're going to take the time to procure yourself a weapon, which you'll do in 1 day. And then in the meantime, you're going to hack that country and get some information. Oh crap, didn't mean to do that one. I think that was locate scientist though, but I didn't mean to actually click there right away. But yeah, we want to locate the scientist there, essentially. Alright, I unlocked a new agent, so now next time I play the game I can recruit Archer, which is useful. And Durak. Alright, he's got a weapon. Good, good. Our science is still going up, so that's happening. Lucky Lorenzo, the Savastino Cartel. Colonel, I represent the Savastino Cartel. We want to take over the black market in European countries to ensure they don't fall into chaos. We'd like your help. If you help us, we'll be generous. But if you betray us, we'll reveal your agents' identities to your enemies. We have a mission for you. Firou d'Aconville in France has key contacts throughout Europe that we want to bribe to extend our influence. We need this list of contacts. Make them into a double agent. We're counting on you. Okay, so PR Firou. Okay, so we gotta get ourselves to France at some point and make this guy into a double agent. Fair enough. I was working here and I've got a gun here now, so I don't really want to do that now. We are currently getting information already. Why don't you investigate her in the meantime then? Alright, because we're already hacking the country for scientists, we don't need to do it again. Okay. Ending that turn. Colonel, okay, so we've got some progress. Investigation into diplomats proved more successful than either of us could have hoped. Yeah, for sure. We've got paranoid. Okay, so we know that the diplomat here is paranoid. Will warm to you if you talk to them about conspiracies and surveillance. And compassionate. This diplomat might take pity on you if you beg or ask them for help. He's got a history of violence. Video reports of a journalist who spent months investigating this diplomat's past, unearthing unimaginable violent acts. Journalists have never been able to publish their report in their own country. Okay, that's good to know. There's also something going on here. A military operation underway by Turkey. So if we send our combat drone here, then we will get diplomatic increased. Like, we basically will become better friends with Turkey. So I'll probably do that, because I have no need for the combat drone right now, I don't think. So, you are kind of waiting for a turn here, so I don't really want to do anything. There's no more investigation I can do, I don't think. But since it only takes a day, I might as well, because I'm still waiting for... Oh, actually, hold on, never mind, she got the information already. So I need to do something else. I need to locate the scientist instead. There we go. Alright, and you... have now got information on this person. So this is a genius, very skilled in their specialty. Wary of men. Okay, well, we got a woman. Her preference is woman, so that works out. She has no ties, and she's heartbroken. Oof, we are definitely going to seduce this lady right here. Which will happen in 2 days. Perfect. Actually, is she good at that? She's a pacifist, so that works out. She's not very good at okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, she's totally good at that. Alright, and you're going to start getting information on France, because we apparently need to go over there. So, yeah, just get some, locate the scientist there. And then we're going to end the turn. Wasn't able to seduce PR Tong. I think we need to try something else. Okay, so that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping, because she's heartbroken. I wonder if that's going to fail as well because of that then. I'm contacting you personally. We're all a little concerned. I've read your file. You're pragmatic and stop at nothing to achieve your goals. But what is your goal exactly? Want our country to be most powerful in the world. To bring peace to all, to avoid the worst. I want to be the most powerful country in the world. Government will be pleased. However, my past repeats itself. I still have my concerns. The doomsday clock has moved forward by 1 minute, but our relationship with our leadership has improved by 15%. Alright, I don't know if that's a fair deal right now. Okay, I'm gonna send the surveillance drone. No. I'm actually gonna... I think I'm gonna go for... Wait, are you good at getting a weapon? Firearms expert. He's good at... He's a wheelman. He probably could get her out of there. PR Tong. Could procure a weapon. Use strength. Alright, let's try that first. And we'll move on. Oh, what's happened there? You've gained our trust. If you lose an agent on a mission, the government we can release more funds to recruit a replacement. There you go. So now we've gone up in happiness. If we lose an agent, we'll be alright. We got a PR Churnik agrees to join our Sigma division. From now on, they will work as a double agent for us. I've infiltrated our Sigma database and I've sent you the details of the scientist in France. That's the guy we need to get as a double agent for us. Research facility is too well protected. I wasn't able to retrieve any intel. I believe they're alerted to my presence here. 10% alert level increase there. Okay, so that's bad. She's done absolutely nothing there. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. So yeah, she's currently working as a double agent for us, which is good. And I can get something on this person too, but I do need to go towards France at some point. So I think I'm going to leave Russia for now. And we're going to send you to France on a plane. So you've alerted the authorities here, kind of, which isn't great. I could try and locate scientists again. He's very good if he gets caught, so shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, I think I'm going to try locating scientists here again. And then you are going to get... Let's see, so we got some information here already on France, on this guy. But we don't know everything about yet. Actually, no, we do, yeah. His preference is women, that's good. I should have checked that before I sent her over, but it worked out. He is wary of women, though. Okay. Charlatan is not very competent despite their good reputation, which makes them less effective. He's loyal. Ugh. And he's a geek. Okay. I don't know exactly how we're going to get this guy, because he's loyal, and he's wary of women, but he's interested in women. And he's not very good, but that doesn't matter to me. I'm just doing this mission. I don't want to get this private sector to get pissed off at me. I've also just found a bug, it seems. Alright, I just had to reload the game and it was fine again. Well, not even reload the game, just reload the save game, really. Okay, let's see, what are we going to do then? I think we're going to start hacking a different country. We've already got him there and the surveillance drone, so I don't think I need anyone else. Let's start working on a different country, I guess. Why don't we get you to hack Japan? Actually, also, what do we know a lot about... Who do we know a lot about? Was it this one here? Yes, her. Alright, so... we should request a meeting with her on May the 2nd, or a couple days from now. So we can get potentially some information about them. We can reduce this threat level, for example. And then... yeah, we're gonna hack Japan. Get just some information about... Actually, you know what? Why don't we hack Korea and lower the alert level there? That makes sense, I think. Alright. And that turn. Okay, so she's arrived in Paris. He's acquired a weapon. He's going to make good use of it. Sounds good. He's a firearms expert, so he should be pretty good when we try to steal this agent. Now, preferably, you don't want to... he's not going to be... yeah, no, it's good. Definitely going to be PR Tong. We couldn't seduce her. His intellect... he's not very intelligent, is he? We could abduct her. She's not going to work as well if I do that, but I'm going to try it. I'll make the abduction attempt tomorrow. We've got a gun as well, so... he's a firearms expert. I can't believe he's seduced, and he's... wow, and she's heartbroken and everything. How the hell did he not succeed at that? That's kind of impressive, actually. Alright, I need you to start working here on this guy. So... wary of women. Yeah, we're not going to be able to seduce him, I don't think. Strength or intellect. She's 7 is the highest, which is not bad at all. I could try and procure a weapon, but I don't think I want to do that right now. I'm going to try and seduce this man. I don't think it's going to work. Then again, you know, lovely young lady for an old man, who knows? And that's all of us working right now. You're third right now, apparently, in the list. Oof, she's working hard on that. That's good stuff. Operation to approach the target scientist has been cancelled. The target has been removed by an enemy agent working for Japan. We will resume operations in this country. Oh my goodness, I see a lot of failure here. I wasn't able to infiltrate their national alert system. They noticed my intrusion and strengthened their security. Oof. Our relations have decreased as well, and I'm about to meet her, okay. Colonel, the research facility is too well protected. I wasn't able to retrieve any intel. I believe they're alerted to my presence here. Okay, that was a massive failure all of a sudden there. I think you need to get out of there and start working on Japan instead. You don't have a gun, so you can fast travel. Leave it. Alright, we're gonna hack Japan then. Because we have nothing on Japan right now. Let's locate scientists. Get intel on them. Alright, so you failed here as well. Oh, because she's in Japan now, right. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with this man, so I think you're going to have to leave here as well. Okay, let's send you to a different country too. We still have one guy in Russia, which we don't know much about. You know what, let's send you there. I have a gun, which I don't really want to lose, so why don't we just travel slowly. Alright. What do we got? Okay, we can get Ryder. That's a cool looking agent. Man, she's working hard over here. Arrived to Tokyo. I wasn't able to seduce PR Firo. Okay. I think people are suspicious. Man, my country, China, is currently undertaking a military operation in Nicaragua. The support of your tactical drones could strengthen our relationship. Okay. I don't know if I care enough. Ooh. Mark, we are putting the pressure on the United Kingdom through the UN to put a stop to their experiments on new energy sources. They are at the point of becoming a serious competitor, and this will impact our economy. We just need your department to confirm that the Sigma technology is being used for military purposes. Sure. Let's keep our relationship up, right? He was just save thousands of jobs and deprive the world of free energy. Ooh, the UK didn't like that. Doomsday clock has gone up as well, but at least my wife likes me, so that's something. Alright, surveillance drone needs to go somewhere else too. Let's go to Japan. There's lots of work to do there. Alright, so you failed there as well. You're a pacifist, so you don't even want to abduct him. So what other options do we have? You know what? I think we're going to try and bribe him. Convince scientist ideology. No, there's no way, because he's loyal. Let's bribe him. Why not? See if that works or not. And you are in Japan, or yeah, in Japan now. We don't really have anything information-wise here. We are currently getting information from her, so why don't you try and procure a weapon again? Okay. This is still going for 7 more days. Gotcha. Alright, apparently we're back into second now. Good stuff. Acquired a weapon, make good use of it. Infiltrated the Sigma database. I've sent you the details of the scientist in Japan. Wang Tong. That's the lady we already knew stuff about. Colonel, bad news, I'm afraid. Japan has completed the project named Stability, but we'll do our best to reverse engineer their results, which should accelerate our research, but it's sensible to conclude that these discoveries will be used against us. Colonel, Japan has used the full power of the Stability project and have exploited it to produce an extraordinary amount of funds in a very short time. Okay, so right now they're impervious to bribery in Japan. Colonel, Council states is an influential group that is very interested in your Sigma research in the neurosciences field. In time, we believe Sigma will give us power to control the people's minds and even entire countries. This power must not fall into the wrong hands. Hands that are not ours, for example. We want to work with you. Every time you make progress in our sector, we'll reward you with greater means to achieve your goals. We appreciate any advances, whether it is issuing from your own laboratories or acquired through less scrupulous means. Hope our collaboration is fruitful. And she's going to tell us the same exact thing, except about health. So we can easily just hope that our collaboration is fruitful. Right, here's our meeting with the Korean diplomat. We know she's paranoid, compassionate. Our relationships are horrible. We do have a blackmail on her, so that's good. Probably doesn't increase our how much she likes us though. So she's compassionate. She'll take pity if we beg or ask them to help. I'm only negotiating with you because of my admiration for you. No, we want to turn it to be. Let's see. So this is the begging. We're the only ones who can stand up to the ones who are the real power behind the throne. So I guess that's the paranoid one. I'm just gonna go for begging because I know it works. There you go. Increase that by quite a bit. What exactly do you want? Okay, I want to improve relations, I think. Actually, no, I want you to lower the alert level. Need to loosen up on the pressure you're putting on our people. What are you offering in exchange? Okay, so if we do this, our relationship with our government will degrade. If we give her technological research, which isn't great, we can give her scientists, we don't want to do that. Or we can give them nothing. I'm going to give him, you know what? I'll give him a little bit of research. Actually, I should have checked what they have right now, but here you go, in health. Failed to come to an agreement. Wow, they didn't even take it. Okay. Didn't want the science. Fine. Suit yourself. Okay. So what do we have in Japan right now? There's a lot of targets there. My goodness. They must... Oh my goodness, they took a lot of... Okay, well let's do some recon. And then I need you to get some more information on Japan, actually. Or try and lower the alert level. That could work out really poorly, though. We'll try anyway. Why not? And then we're gonna end the turn. She failed again. Perhaps it's because I'm a woman. Damn it. You listened very carefully. Okay, so he would have actually taken a bribe if it was from a man. Okay. I've arrived in Moscow. Await your orders. That sucks. What do you want? Bad news. I'm afraid Korea has completed a project named Panake. Okay. And then they've used it. Despite... okay, so they got a universal drug against cancer. Okay. Good for them, I guess. Korea has got lightning done. And they're using it, obviously. Lightning enhanced agents. Okay. So Korea's got some good ass agents right now. So we're gonna stay away from fucking Korea. Alright, you're gonna have to get over to France, I think. Yeah, leave the gun, because bribing is gonna be the way to go anyway. And you're going back to Russia. Which is where you worked quite efficiently last time. Okay, arrived in Moscow. Infiltrated their national alert system. Okay, so they're down to 30% now, which is good. Okay. So I need you to bribe this man. I want to at least succeed once. I can't bribe him. Why not? Oh, because you're bad at bribing. Damn it. I totally forgot about this. You know what? I kept my gun. We're abducting this man. I don't care anymore. And you... We have information, and we have no information on this guy yet, so let's get some information on them. And you need to do some hacking of some description. Why don't we hack... actually, you know what? Can I get you over there in a single day? I'm not sure. Why don't you... Yeah, just hack over here, actually. That's fine. Hack in Japan. And locate scientists. Alright. Ooh, okay. We got the exfiltration of that guy ready. Mission complete. I've done it for a recon of the area. Okay. Oh, and we got some technology discovered as well. For mental conditioning that results in an immediate and substantial increase in the intellectual power of an individual. Meant that this project is complete, so we can keep this technology for ourselves and apply it, or we can give it to these guys. So if we do this, then the doomsday clocks will go up, but our relations will improve. Or I can keep it myself, which I'm going to do right now. We unlocked an agent from that. Boost the mental abilities of individuals with latent potential. With this in mind, we noted that 2 of your agents were eligible and were carried out this operation. Noble gains the super intelligence trait, and so does Scar. Sounds good. Colonel, International Environmental Symposium will be taking place tomorrow in Russia. Normally I would make a speech on our latest discoveries, which I believe would have a major impact on awareness. Okay, you'll be escorted. Thank you for this opportunity. I'll do my best to cooperate with your agent. Aspar will be unavailable for 2 days. That's fine. Ooh, our doomsday clock went down a day now. Colonel, Turkey's abandoned the race for Sigma technology. Significant lag behind the rest of the world has made this operation too costly and too risky. Okay, so we need to send stuff to Turkey to try and take some of their stuff while they don't do anything. Represent the anti-capitalist brigades. We destroy the capitalist system that has been the cause of hundreds of millions of deaths for many decades. We'd like your help. If you help us, okay, blah, blah, blah. Must infiltrate the financial markets to destabilize this. Russian Sigma head has access to Wall Street. Investigate them. Russian Sigma head, okay. So we need to investigate the guy in Russia. Well, you would do that if you weren't busy right now. Before we do anything else, though, well, actually, before I end this this video, I want to do this last thing here, which is exfiltrating this guy. We don't have a drone here yet, though. I could wait a day. When this drone gets there, actually, it might take 2 days, but that's okay. We'll wait. You can do something. So you got super intelligence now, which means booster intelligence. Oh, okay, so you just got increased. I think that's 2 increase, which is pretty useful. I need you to identify these agents for me. And you're gonna have to just wait. You already have a weapon, don't you? No, he doesn't. Okay, well, get a weapon then. I thought I had a weapon. Guess I don't. Right. I want to do that. Intel on Wang Tong, okay. Cracked the gem. Okay, we've got all the information on those scientists. Yep, alright, so we got double information there, but that's okay. So we already know about Wang Tong. She's heartbroken. She's a prisoner. Works under duress, making them less effective. Okay. We tried to seduce her before, which didn't work. Buy a master seducer. We can try and convert her. I mean, she's currently working as a prisoner. Surely she doesn't want to, right? Could bribe her as well. That'd probably be quite effective, wouldn't it? Uses intelligence. He's really intelligence now, isn't it? So does converting, though. Let's try a bribe. Probably works. Hope she doesn't have unaffected by money. And I want you to hack. Let's see. Something in Russia. Anything we can do. Let's just lower the alert level there. Alright. And the next turn the drone gets here, so we can do this. He's got a weapon. Sweet. My country, the United States, is currently undertaking a military operation in Afghanistan. Good for you. What do you want? Bad news, I'm afraid Russia's completed the solar network. Okay. They're going to use it to their full effect. Good news for mankind. It seems that our nation is at the end of the queue to be linked up with the new solar network's grid. This will mean that our research will progress somewhat slower than our competitors for foreseeable future. Oh, fuck all of you. Caliphate of Levant. Okay, so you want me to help you? Fine, what do you want? Put a ransomware on the American servers, send us the key. We'll send you further details. Okay, I can do that. Before we do anything else, though, I'm gonna do this. Right, so this is a different part of the game. So far I've shown you all the campaign map stuff, but there's this as well. Oh my god, the alert here is super high. Well, at least we have a gun, and we have a drone ready, which is why I kept this here. Okay. Let's do it. So basically the way this works, every couple bits, something will happen, as you'll see here. Behind a goods warehouse that extends for several kilometers, the briefing didn't mention it. I could go through it, but the door is closed. Force it. Okay, so they fucking hate me now, which means we're gonna get attacked. He deploys strength. I tried to break the lock of an iron bar, but the noise revealed my position. I'm getting out of here. So he's gonna move 100 meters, which is not very far, and then we're gonna get attacked in a minute. The route ahead is blocked by a barricade. I can get to the roof, but it'll be dangerous up there. There's an entrance to a basement nearby, but it could lead nowhere. Try it. There was a sewer access grate in the basement, but I got lost down there. When I made it back above ground, I was spotted for sure. Okay, so this group is gonna attack me. Our drone has arrived in the battle space. Do you wish to order a drone strike? Yeah, go for it. Oh shit. I didn't realize. Oh, I haven't done this before yet. Okay, I killed loads of dudes and I got 4 civilian casualties. So I got a mission complete. They strike hit the target, but there are survivors. 1 guy. Which we're gonna fight now. Which I will eliminate or neutralize. Let's try and neutralize. Dealt with the success, or with the threat without any issues. Okay. So we're moving on. Delivery truck is parked up next to me, and the keys are in ignition. This is a great opportunity to save some time. He's a good wheelman, so he actually would gain more speed in this than other people would, so take it. I'm ahead of schedule, and I've dumped the truck on a quiet back street, so I got 400 meters out of that. There you go. Police are following me at a distance. My vehicle's stuck in front of a red light that just won't turn green. There aren't even other cars going the other way. There's no cars waiting, just go. Don't take the risk of being caught. Yeah, go for it. Ooh, that worked out well because of Wheelman. A big convoy is going past, but I've passed it at the last second. I've gained some distance and the police are stuck on the other side of the convoy. 500 meters, hell yeah. That one, well, I'm driving slowly for quiet streets. A police car is following me at a distance, but I can see them. I'm trying to lose them, but they're persistent. Go into the back streets, it's like a maze. If they're suspicious of you, don't waste time. Get out of there. No, I'm not going to take any chances, okay? Deployed women. Suspicious confirmed, but I've got a good lead. Pedal to the metal. 500 meters. Ooh. Tried to attack the police cordon, but they blocked every exit. They're firing at me. I'm getting undercover. Damn, I thought we got that 500 meters, though. Guess we're walking again. Police cars approaching slowly. I think I can avoid it if I dive into a side road. Turn to face them and take their vehicle. Good idea, lose them in these back streets. He's a good gunman as well, so... One driver is KO'd and I've got his vehicle. I'm getting out of here. So we're getting 400 meters again? Or we're not, okay. Avoided the police, so we're looking for me. Sweet. There we go. Oof, we're almost there. Roads are at a complete standstill. I can hear the police sirens behind me. You don't have a choice. Drive onto the sidewalk. Leave the vehicle and continue on foot. We're so close. 200 meters, that should be it. Boom. Alright. That was good. That was very good. We killed 4 civilians, so that's, you know, not as good, but military losses 10, alert level 9, speed 13. Successfully reached the extraction point and escaped the country. India fucking loves me for that, 23%. France, not so much. Can't prove it, but I know it was you and your agency behind this operation. You'll regret this, I assure you. Alright, see ya. Cool. So now we've got him. He's being extracted. I wanted him to work as a double agent, which actually isn't what this is doing for me. Like, she's working as a double agent. He's just going to be abducted, essentially, working here, but he's not going to be working well, because he's being, essentially, he's a prisoner, if you will. Alright, she's back to doing what she can do, so I'm going to get information on this guy, which is what we need to do for that other mission. And then we're going to end our turn. Meeting with Mr. Pong wasn't possible. Okay, yeah, probably because she's a prisoner. Turkey military operation in Mali is complete. Your drones were very helpful. So our relationship with Turkey improved a lot, except that was not relevant anymore because they stopped already. Although I guess I could try, since our relationship's so good, if I meet with their leader, I might be able to get one of their diplomats for free, because they stopped already. Okay, so he's in. Investigation worked. Full support of your government for all operations. That's good. Alright. Colonel, the anti-capitalist brigade is pleased with your work. We have access to Wall Street. We're making progress. We presented Maestro to our contacts. They can now access our weapon stockpiles around the world. Okay, Maestro gains the smuggler trait, but we move forward one day. Colonel, intelligence services have confirmed that you are working with anti-capitalist brigades. It's a dangerous alliance, but it could give us the opportunity to approach these individuals and prevent them causing harm once and for all. We know they're threatening you, and that they will react as soon as you turn against them. Will you work with us despite this? Go on then. I need a way out. Your response is reassuring. We need to locate the leader of the anti-capitalist brigades group, and we need your help to do so. Investigate the American Sigma head who has regular contact with this leader. We're counting on you. Alright. I'm going to leave it there, though. I think you guys have had a pretty good look at this game. I was supposed to do a 30-minute video. This is probably more like a 50-minute video or something like that. But that's okay. I'm enjoying myself. I know I've said this before on other sponsored videos, but once again, this is one of those games where I might actually do a Let's Play on it, because this is quite entertaining. But we'll see in the future. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, though. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good day, and goodbye.